Howdy out there. This is the old CNC dude here. I'm trying to do part 3, which I actually had part 2 as A and B because I missed some stuff. But I'm looking at my list here and stuff that I wanted to cover on the helper for the Haas Autodesk course, which is right here. Okay. Haas Autodesk specifics. I don't know really what I meant by that. Yeah, I will talk about machines. What machines are you using? I'll say the big 3 would be the Haas Mini Mill, the TM Tool Room Lathe, and the VF. And I was actually hunting around for machines. I was actually bidding on this old TM1 here. Let's see. It went for $10,009. It's an Orlando, which is only 2 hours from my house. A 2006 model. It had a tool changer, so it's technically a TM1P. A TM1 you have to load the tools manually. The control's not old. It only had 4,000 RPM, but other than that, I thought it would have been a good in my garage machine because I can also run it on single phase power without a phase converter. I don't like it being open, but other than that, I think I could have done some good tutorial work and some side jobs. But I actually have contacted my HFO and I got some quotes on the new mini mill, which now has 8,000 RPM. I really like that. And a TM0P. So, and they're only in the, I just did this as a nobody knows me customer, and it come up about 42 grand. So I think pretty good. And I did it without the Renishaw because I was going to do Heimer only, but I do really, really recommend, excuse me, Renishaw probing, especially in a school. Okay, back to this course. Another thing I was talking about, I do some podcasting, but there's a lot of machinist podcasts. I just saw this one called Swarfcast. And it says Machining Camp with Terry Iverson. I actually have sort of met him. He's a big promoter of workforce development and machining. So this is Swarfcast. There's another one here, Making Chips. These guys are big guys at IMTS. If you go to IMTS the next couple of weeks, and if you go back a couple episodes, I think it's Gabe Kuyers was in one of the episodes here. Where the heck is it? Oh, here. How to adapt CNC training for next generation. Then there's other ones like Within Tolerance. Another one here, The Business of Machining with John Grismo and John Saunders. And actually Mike Weird from Caminstructor turned me on to these. First one was Machinist Therapy Hotline, which is seen to have fallen off. But I would call that more of a comedy routine. But it was pretty funny. So I'm going to start checking out Swarfcast with this. And what else do we have here? How to get the most from a trade show. So a lot of good stuff here, especially if I'm here on Saturday paying the bills. I'll put a podcast on while I'm doing stuff like that. Or maybe trying to organize for a class. All right. And this is on Spotify, and I don't pay for it, so it's free. Okay, back to this one. Let's talk about the machines. If I go on to Haas website, CNC. Oh, actually, this kind of linked to this because I did put a post on the H-Tech website about replacing your CNC batteries, especially in the classic control. I am not sure if the next-gen control has battery replacement kits, but you lose all your parameters, so catch that if you get a chance. Let's go here, main processor. So this is kind of linking to that battery one. Okay, here we go. CNC machine tools. Because I was just contacted by another school that's starting up, and I was showing them this new course, and what machines should they get. Okay, the standard is the VF series, and a lot of the talk in the course goes around the VF RPM and horsepower range. So you can kind of blow through this, but VF2 is kind of a standard. I always look at things like amount of travel in the x-axis mostly. I like a machine to be able to have 2 vices. I believe you can get 2 vices on the VF1 with 20-inch. You'd have to measure it. And remember, just getting vices on there has to also incorporate where the face mill goes. So you got to really think a little bit bigger than that. If you're a single vice person, small machines are great. I'm just a dual vice person, and sometimes we add a rotary table on the end. We have no problem with a rotary table with the VF2. We might have to take a vice off, but you can see right here, 53 grand. Of course, education prices could be a little more, but these are baseline. If you start doing a quote, you'll see kind of where the ballpark is. The VF2, at the top of my head, is 8,100 RPM, maximum RPM, which is fine. Right here, 88.1K. Now, if I go back, and this one says SS, which is super speed. I believe it comes, now it comes with 12,000 RPM. It used to be 10, but now 12. Like, wow, we have a VF2, but ours is a 10,000 RPM machine, a plain. I believe you can get a VF2 with a 10,000. But the super speed also has a little bit faster rapids and stuff like that. And most of them come with the side mount tool changes. So you can get the umbrella mount, which hangs like this. They usually hold 20, and the side mounts like 24 to 30. There's pluses and minuses to all that. I would also recommend on a machine to get the chip conveyor is a biggie. High-speed machining option. What else? I would get the what else? Rigid tapping option. Spindle orientation not necessary, but I believe it comes with the Rent-A-Shop program. And what are some other biggies here? If I were to go through, I'll finish my quote. Tool changer, I'll leave that alone. Probing, Haas control. And then you can also, if you're buying a machine, you can build the quote in and include all the other stuff like vices and stuff like that. Especially if you're trying to get a quote in, you're on a grant. So like chip conveyor, definitely. If you're in the, I'll go to the TM series in a minute. I wouldn't get through the spindle coolant. No, you might get the air gun or minimal coolant. It comes with the safe mode package, which is great for teaching because it shouldn't crash and hurt anything. What else we got here? I wouldn't get the remote jog handle. Not really needed. Not big enough machine. There's safe run. There's rigid tapping. Standard on an SS, so you can kind of poke through it. Dynamic work offset only applies to your 5-axis machines, so if you plan on adding that, you can do that. But some people choose to go 5-axis and add a table to the machine, or some people just get a 5-axis machine like the new UMC 350 or the 500 or the big 750, and they have even a bigger one. They have Wi-Fi cameras if you want to throw that in there. We try to keep an eye on things. So, and robotics. Okay. Back to machines. All right. Oops. Universal series of the 5-axis, so we can skip that. We got mini mills. The mini mill has gone through a couple of transitions, and I like the latest design. It's a small footprint. There's mini mills and super mini mills. Mini mill, this only has 16 inches of travel, so let's learn more. 16s to me, I'm going to say that unless you can use small vices. I'm a big fan of 6-inch vices, but maybe you can go 5-inch or 4-inch. It says right here, completely redesigned. It's an 8,000 RPM spindle, which is pretty cool. It actually has more horsepower. You can get 10 or 20 tool. That tool changes the umbrella style, and the price is actually pretty good. You know, same kind of other options. You got wireless probe. You got chip auger. High-speed machining, because if we're going to be doing Autodesk, you want to have the high-speed machining option. Super mini mill and mini mill EDU. I am really not a fan of this machine. It is really meant to be you load each tool by hand. It does not have tool changing capability. They really should get a tool changer version. It's got, other than that, it's a decent machine, but it's a single. There's no tool changing. Oh, wait, tool changes. You can add one. All right, so you can kind of price that out and add it. I would definitely get a tool changer. I didn't know that was capable. 6,000 is more than adequate RPM, and horsepower is the same 10 horse. So that's a little bit more powerful than the TM, I think. All right. And last machine would be don't skip the mold machines. You don't need the drill center, the tap drill machines, tool room mill. We have a TM1P we've had for a long time. TM1 is a single tool machine. You want to get the P series that has tool changing. It has 30 inches of X travel. We got a lot of room in that machine. The TM0 has got 20 inches. So I was looking at one of those for my home shop. Learn more. Okay. I'm kind of a big fan of the machine actually as teaching, because it's not high speed. It's 400 inches per minute in the rapid, which if you're trying to teach, it may prevent critical problems. They also will be hooked up to single phase power if you don't have 3-phase. Also, the mini mill can do that also, not the VF. But it's really a matter of size. You have, let's see, let's go to, let's get the quoting here. Spindles, 6,000 RPM. And 7.5 horse. It's not the strongest thing in the world, not the fastest one, but it's pretty steady machine, very steady. We've had ours for over 10 years, and it just has really no failures. We've had, other than I think we did replace a belt. Oh no, we had to retension it, and we had to replace a solenoid on the tool changer, on the drawbar solenoid. We did not get a, what do we call this, chip conveyor. We make everybody scoop the chips out of that, but if you can afford a chip conveyor, it is beneficial. All right, so that's really about your talk about what machines you want. Tool lists. I was digging through the essentials here, and let me go into... right here, tool list, and I uploaded it into Fusion also. So, teacher assets, course 1, and right here, tooling list, tool list, and this bottom one is the tool library that you're going to use in your course, and this is literally the list. So if I click on this, it's going to bring me back out to the Fusion Cloud area. And we'll look at the list. Here it comes. I'm in the cloud now. I can move this over. Looks like, I was doing some migration here, so it's giving me some notices. Okay, automatic zoom right here. Okay, gives you a whole list of even vice, T-clamps, soft jaws, vice stops, all the tool holders, everything you need for the course. End mills, drills, and a link to each Haas website. So if you just say, okay, I want the vice, right? I click on this, brings me to the Haas website, and you're going to log in. So if I log in as a teacher, let's see my account. I was doing it as private. I'll automatically, I'll automatically get the discount. Oops, I got messed up here. Let me pause for a second. Okay, unpause. But when you start loading your library, like if I say add to cart, sign in, forgot to sign in. Oh, here it is right here. Last sign in. Me as a teacher. Add to cart. Pink. It's in the cart. Do I want anything else? I'll take a set of jaws. Okay. View cart and checkout, or right there. See right there, right here. The discounts are applied automatically because I'm a teacher. Oh, I had some other stuff in here. Oh, lathe stuff. I guess I'm ready to order some. All right. It says right here, you could share cart with factory outlet, share cart with somebody in administration, save the cart. You know, because I could say, oh, I'm not ready to order just yet. Save the cart. Give it a name. H-Tech. Force. If I spelt it right, I didn't. Save. It'll actually empty the cart. When you come back, you can reload the cart anytime you want. And you can kind of poke around it here. So there is your back to, let me go backwards. Yeah, back to the cloud and the list of tools. So you build your tools. I think I went over how to load the tools in your library. Oops, home base. Right, and this is where's my course? Teacher assets. So this is the one I was building out of, C1. Okay. Education site. Let me go back to that. I think I was in the forum out here, Facebook. We have a Autodesk Fusion educator group. This is really geared to us, CNC and CAM educators, not just designers and stuff like that. So we have right here, we got, you can invite people doing other lessons, parametric advice. Jason was telling us how to get into the educational log, and I actually made a video because I tried it. But right here, if I click on this one, it says right here, Autodesk Education Resources. I think I was going over the hiccups of stuff. You can watch video. Let me sign in as my teacher account. Okay, I am now in. Enjoying guest students, educators, administrators, comprehensive education community forum virtual agent. I'm kind of looking through here. If you need to ask a question, you pop up right here, and the assistant should pop up. Where's my assistant? I tested it before. Go back. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is. Hi. Okay. Thanks. I'm all set. All right. Get certified. Let's go back to educators. Click educators. Right here. Access Autodesk Education Plan, student, educator, IT administrator, everything you need to do. Educator's Guide, click on this. It'll walk you through any possible questions. But if you get stuck, use the assistant down here. Whoop, wait a minute, I'm in the way. The assistant's right here, this little button right there. Ask the assistant. So let me go back. Let me get back to here again. Let me click on this one. So it's really Autodesk Education. If you click on this, that's all you need. I'm already in it a little bit, so it's the URL got a little bit longer. A great helper tool there. Okay, I went over the tool list. I went over some basics. Let's go back into the course itself. I forgot if we had discussed these slides. There's a lot of slides. There's a lot of extras you can teach. It's really just not just following the course. Let's go to C2 here. Challenge exercises, best machine practice, tip of the day. This is great. Same thing here. I can click over here. It'll steer me to Mark's tip of the days, like how to square and indicate a vise, set up a probe, avoiding essential G codes. This one here. We can click on this. It brings you right to the video. All right. Go back. I'm trying to find the one. Might take me a second. I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm just wandering around. I'm in the course 4. I'm in the, let me go back one level. These are all the downloadable assets, but I'm doing it as teacher review because the ones I release to the students are going to include all of these. They're just going to have what they need. Let's do course challenges. Let me try this one. I don't think that's the one I was just in. Practice exercises. Maybe that's the one. Yes, there it is. Create rough step operation practice exercises. Data set. What's this? This video. There's a video here. Will this open up? And this may be built into the course or not, but these are some add-ons. This is a bracket that holds the caliper, so add-ons.
We want to show the vise with soft jaws.
Excellent. All right. Go back one. Back one. All right. Data set would be, should be the design. Yeah, this one is programmed, though. It says operation 1. So some of these I would keep, or I would make it so that the student had to do all the work. So you can kind of review what you want. Document. All right, let's look at the PDF file. All right, create a camp setup for up to, operation 2. So we got to make a soft draw. That one had op 1. Oh, this might work out good. Open a supplied file. Create a soft draw. This is a really good soft draw one because it's small. Yep. I think, honestly, to be out there, the soft draw operation 2 is a really good add-on to this course. I really don't know anybody out there that is teaching this part. All right. Okay. I think I've covered a bunch. I'm probably end up doing a 3B or something. Who knows? But because there's other stuff you can make. There's I think the vice handle project is still out there. so we can add all those. The model engine project is out there. The bottle opener one is another one. That's a good giveaway project if you got people coming in for shows and stuff like that. And of course, you put your school name on there and machining department. So anyway, enough for me. CNC Dude going to be signing off here. Talk to you later.